Okay, guys, if there's no further questions or comments, we're going to move on to the training program now. You're welcome, guys. My training program today is entitled, It's Not Too Late. No matter what you're doing in life right now, your age, whether you're a millennial or a baby boomer, doesn't matter. Retired, we got all areas of life. People working with us. Their jobs, their businesses, their age, it doesn't make any difference. It's not too late. Not too late. You can do something. You know, one of my favorite stories about this has to do with Colonel Sanders. And I'm sure you know who he is, famous from Kentucky Fried Chicken. You know, he worked hard all his life. Yeah, very hard. At age 65, he was living on $105 a week. Not a lot of money even back then. Not a lot at all. He was driving an old beat-up car at age 65. And then he hit upon an idea. We all know it became Kentucky Fried Chicken, as I mentioned. And by the time he was in his early 70s, he was wealthy. 65 years. Of course, when he was young, he wasn't working, but he worked most of his life struggling, trying to make ends meet, until he got an idea. And it paid off. Now, there's many, many stories like that I could tell you, but I mean, I think proves the point right there. It's not too late. You could join the business now. I think the oldest couple we ever had join with us was 84 years old. They were retired and broke. No money to live on. They joined the business. And in a matter of 2 years, they were making more money than they ever made in their life. And of course, we go to the other end. I showed you the 19 and 18-year-old students. 18 is our minimum age, by the way, that joined. And everything in between. Now, you can do it. You just got to get started with something. This is an idea that, see, we've taken away all the obstacles for a business, for controlling the income you make. And a job, you don't control it, like I said before. Your company does, your boss does. Here, you can control it by the work you do, how you learn, how you progress. It's up to you. But you're going to get that mentorship. People pay thousands, tens of thousands of dollars for the mentorship that we give you free. Yeah, mentorship of people. Because you'll have somebody like this on your team. You'll have several on your team that are going to work with you and help you that are making a lot of money. Where do you find that? Can you go to work tomorrow and say, hey, owner or CEO, whoever, I want to sit down with you, have a cup of coffee. I want you to tell me how you got this whole thing started and what to do, because I want to duplicate what you've done. Yeah, right. Provide competition for them, right? Doesn't work that way. You know that. But here, you're not competition. We're a team. The more team members we have, the more money we all make. So it's not too late. You can get started. Now, we've had people who have joined the business, and I want to address them for a while, too, that have been in the business a while, that really haven't got off the ground with the business. They joined because they saw an opportunity, but for whatever the circumstances might be, personal, family, job, whatever it might be, they just didn't kick the thing off like they could have. It's not too late. It's not too late. We've had many stories of people been in the business for a period of time, and all of a sudden, it took off. In fact, we have one woman recently working with her husband. Mostly she was doing the work. 20 years in the business. Doing okay, making some extra money. But after 20 years, exploded into what we call the diamond level. That was that third category. That's right. What's she doing now? Traveling the world, enjoying life. 20 years. So it's not too late if you're in the business to get it kicked off and to start moving so that you can have the rewards of the business. We've become an online marketing powerhouse. Nobody's doubting it today. People see it. They know the value of online marketing. Open your minds to it. The possibility. You're right in the business with mentorship, with some of the best products in the world. Open your mind to it and kick it off. Well, whether you're new here with us today or you've been in the business a while, it all begins with a dream. Mm-hmm. You have to have a reason. If you don't have a reason, nothing's going to happen. You're just going to go along, as I said before, get paid, pay bills, etc. No, you need to have a reason. What is it you want? Take a look at your life. Take a look at your family. What is it you want? I want to give you some ideas. I'm going to show you a presentation here. I'm going to switch from this one. And the only reason I'm showing you this is trying to give you some ideas of what you can do with this business. It's coming up here. It's just a few slides. There we go. What's your dream? Yeah, let's see. And these are mine. And I'm using these as examples only. I'm not bragging about, don't get me wrong, please. I'm just showing you what's possible. I could take many people on here with us and use their pictures, and they can show you what they have done. Where do you want to live? Right now, we got 2 beautiful homes. One in Smoke Rise, New Jersey, a private community. You can see it right there. We're up on the top of a mountain, got a whole mountaintop to ourselves. Wild animals come in, and we're from New York City. You see the entranceway there. We got private entrances into the community. We got a private clubhouse. We got our own chapel and a lake, our own recreation areas. And at the bottom, you see some of the pictures around the house in the different seasons and the animals. Yeah. What's your dream house? What's your dream house? I'll get to the questions when I finish the slides. Now, this is our second home. We've been here 25 years. I mentioned it earlier. It's our vacation home. We spend summers there. I bought a bunch of acres, 120 as a matter of fact, to have those 4-wheelers. We got a big family. 6 kids, 17 grandkids, and now 5 great-grandkids. And so we built that just to have fun. We had trails through the woods and the racetrack and jumps and things like that. We've had several different boats that we use for the family, as you can see. Kayaks, jet skis. I don't know which one. Did I ever think this would be possible when I joined the business? No, I never thought. What I wanted was freedom. But as life goes on and you put the effort in, you learn, things start to happen. Now, I like cars. I like fast cars. The one in the upper left was my first 1968 Corvette. The dream of every young guy. I was 30 years old when I bought that. About a year after I got in the business. And along the way, many, many others, as you can see. Doing things that you never dreamt to be able to do. This Las Vegas with my son Tom and his wife. We're on a racetrack. We're actually racing cars on a racetrack. Like we're professional drivers, but we're not. But we had fun. Every fall we go up to the state of Maine, eat lobsters, the best lobsters in the world. Here we are with some of our friends up there, just doing what we want to do. Oh, we eat so many lobsters, it's amazing. We eat 3 a day each. They are so good. Traveled up to the Arctic. You can see the different animals we're kayaking up there, hiking up the mountains, and walrus and seals. Oh, it's just incredible. I like wildlife. Now, here we are in Antarctica. So we've been above the Arctic Circle, below the Antarctic Circle. And, what a fabulous trip this was. And both trips were on a scientific expedition ship. I mentioned earlier I was a scientist. That takes me back to those days, and I love that stuff. What can I tell you? But here we are. I mean, just incredible penguins and you name it. Back about 17, 18 years ago, we built a restaurant. I don't run a restaurant, don't make any mistake about it, but we got a considerable amount of money. We invested in the restaurant. My daughter actually runs it now, and they're doing a great job. It's #1 in the region. And when we have friends come to the North Carolina or Beach Home to visit us. Yeah, we take them to the restaurant. Of course, got the greatest food around. Like I said, #1 rated, so it's pretty good. You see my whole family there. We got family gatherings. A piece of cooking at home. Just take them to the restaurant. And then you see a group from Italy there, our business friends that come and visit with us. We like to cycle. We take the whole family. The whole family, just the men and boys, right? Which I have quite a few of, as I mentioned before. There we are. We've been to Ireland cycling 5 times. We cycled other places too, but we love Ireland. Skiing. I've had the kids all over the world skiing. You see the bottom right, we're over skiing from Italy into France with a bunch of our business associates that like to ski also. You see pictures with the family. Helicopter skiing. Barbara, my wife, and I went helicopter skiing, the greatest ski experience of my life. Oh, God, was it good. Oh, my. Been to Hawaii 50 times. Did you believe it? Now we get free trips to Hawaii from our business, the manufacturer Amway. And it's always a great joy. We go there with some of our other achieving friends and just have a great time. Here I am scuba diving, Barrier Reef, Gulf of Siam. I've scuba dived all over the world. Yeah, it's just another sport that I'm very, very thrilled about. I enjoy it. Great experiences. Here we are 2 years ago climbing Kilimanjaro with the family. I took the family there. Here we are hiking up with our private group there that's guiding us. Then we went on safari in the Serengeti. Oh boy, oh boy. All the kids, I mean, just a fun time. This was just last January. We took a cycling trip up the Mekong River. Started in Vietnam, went to Cambodia, Laos, Thailand. All my adult kids and their spouses. Stopped at Angkor Wat, as you can see in the bottom, one of the 7 wonders of the world. We cycled during the day and cruised at night, covered 1,200 miles. It was over about almost a 3-week period. Stopped in Thailand and run some meetings and be with friends. Then we went over to Saigon, did the same thing, Ho Chi Minh City. Yes, I don't know, guys. I'm just trying to give you some ideas. Here we are in the Galapagos. Oh boy, is that a great place? Darwin fame. Then we're on the Amazon. Then I'm up in the fjords of Norway, fishing in Canada and Alaska. Yeah. I mean, what is it you want? That's the important thing. Yeah, that's what we've done. What is it that you want? Yes. And that's where it all begins. If you don't have a desire, if there isn't something you want for yourself and your family, nothing's going to happen. So if you want to get going, I'm going to recommend right now, you go out there and get some pictures of your dream, whatever it might be, a beautiful home, a nice car, I don't know, travel. Find a place in this world you'd like to go to the most. Get pictures of it. Put it on your refrigerator. Put it places where you see it. So you ignite the power inside of you to do the work that you have to do. It's not too late. As I said before, no matter where you are, you can do it. But you've got to start by doing some of these things because it all begins with that dream. And once you have the dream, we can do something. Without it, we can't because there's going to be no motivation, no drive, no power. It's going to be like another day, another dollar. Yeah, we'll get through, come see, come saw, what happens will happen. No, when you got a dream, you have a purpose, you start to do things. And the things necessary in this business are things that anybody can do. It's not difficult at all. Now, once you have the dream, it needs to be turned into a goal. Because without a goal, the dream is just something up there. It's very vague, no specifics to it, no way to achieve it. You get a goal. And that's one of the powers of our business with the team effort that we have. The team will help you establish a goal from the dreams you have. But if you don't have dreams, we can't get a goal. Make sense? You have a dream. I want a new house. Now we got to get a plan of action. How much money do you need to get the house? How quick do you want it? And we're experts at this. So we'll set the goal. We'll set a plan of action for you to achieve it. But you got to get off the ground. You got to have the dream to make you motivated so that you start to do something. So you set the goal. I found in my life, if I have a goal, I always perform better. I like to cycle. You saw that before. And I ride the bike during the summer season when I'm down the beach, or beach house, several times a week. Right? But all depending on my goal for cycling will determine how hard, how fast I ride. Yeah. When we set a goal, we're going to go to Ireland with the kids. I don't want to be a wimp. I want to keep up with the kids as best I can. And so with the goal, I start to perform better. I work harder. When I don't have the goal, I'll do it, but it's not going to be, really pushing yourself to get things done and improve. But with the goal, you start to improve. You work harder. And so you need the goal. You need the goal to get the dream. It starts there, but then we got to get the goal. And this is not difficult stuff. All you have to do is know about it. An example, I call this one of the mysteries of life. Only 2 to 3% of the people in the world set goals. And they are many, many, many times more successful than the other 98% that don't. Put you way ahead, gives you a big advantage. Now, knowing that, why don't you set goals? That's the mystery of life. Mm-hmm. You put yourself in a tremendous position of advantage once you set that goal. Just by taking that step, the possibilities of success increase dramatically. But we do have people in the business that never get serious about it. I understand. Whatever the reason might be. But it's not too late. You can do this now. I don't care how long you've been in the business. Or if you're brand new here today. If you have a dream and work with our team to set the goal, you'll get that energy, that drive to do the things you need to do. So once you have that, and now what you need to do in the business is get some momentum. Once you're working, like I say, the first 3 people, let's get them as fast as possible. Even if you've been in the business for a while, let's get the next 3 as fast as possible. And build on it. Build on it. And we'll work to do that. Now, I use a formula that I've used since the very beginning days. It's 1 equals 10. Mathematically, obviously, it's not correct. But in our business, that's what we strive for. If I have 1 person, I want to make them into 10. I start with 3. I get the first 3. Then it becomes easier to get to 10. Much easier to go from 3 to 10 than from 1 to 3. And going 1 to 3 is not hard if you work the system, you work with the team. Again, no matter where you've been for the last several years, not in the business, makes no difference. You get that dream, set the goal. Now we get the momentum. Let's get those next 3. Because you all have people that you talked to in the past, perhaps, or if you're new, you haven't talked to yet. You all have people. You can get 3. A little bit of effort, you're going to get 3. If you have the dream, you'll be motivated to do it. The goal, let's get 3 now. Get it started. Yes. And then 3 to 10, how do we do that? We work with those 3. We work with those 3 to get to 10. Now you're getting momentum, my friends. It's harder to go from 1 to 10 than from 10 to 30. And harder to go from 1 to 30 than it is from 30 to 100. Why? Because you got a team working. You got people doing things. Understand this. Get the momentum. Get it off the ground. Get your next 3 no matter where you are right now if you want to grow. Freshen up your dream. Get the pictures. Work to set the goals with your upline, your team that works with you. And then let's get those 3 and get the momentum going. The other thing I would recommend to you to really get started comes from a program that I do called Diamond University, or Deliberate Thinking. It has two names. It's a program I developed many, many years ago. It's the power of the mind, basically. Using your mind to motivate yourself to do the things that you need to do. There's a technique in there that if you've been in the business, you know, you understand. It's called affirmations. I have found, and I think if you're working with us, you've seen that recently too, because there have been many, many posts coming out from all over the world on our communications media, which, by the way, you all should be part of. People who are growing and growing rapidly, all are saying affirmations. That's right. Now, many other people know about affirmations, but they don't say them. They never write them down. They never say them. It's easy to do, easy not to do. But not doing it keeps you where you are. Doing it can accelerate your growth to where you want to be. Affirmations. I've posted many from the people who have sent them to me. They want to illustrate their affirmations from all countries around the world. And if you notice, the ones who are posting it are the ones that are growing rapidly. They have momentum. They're growing. Yeah, take a look at your affirmations. Go back to the program, Diamond University or Deliberate Thinking, same program. Same program. Recently, we had a post in other communications from somebody downline talking about how they got serious about the business. Been in the business several years. And all of a sudden came to the realization what they're doing is getting them nowhere in life, not what they want to do, not what they want to be. No time for themselves, no time to enjoy life, do the things, just work, 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 work. And they wrote affirmations and they started doing the right thing. You all can do it, no matter where you are right now. You want to get that jump start? Just follow what I said. Start with the dream. Renew your dream. Turn it into a goal. Get the momentum. Get the next 3. Yeah. And write your affirmations so you program your mind for success. You know that most people in this world have a mind programmed for failure or mediocrity. Some people say it's the same. Yeah. They're not programmed for success. It's so simple to do. In a program that takes not too long, a couple hours to listen to, learn the techniques to do it, and you can do it. Why not go back to it? Those of you in the business, those of you here that are new, get started with the dream, the goal, getting those first 3, and their team. They'll work with you on these programs I just discussed, Power of the Mind, so that you can have the success that you want. We're growing very rapidly now. I think people know that. Overall, the growth has been very, very good. Individually in our teams, it's been spectacular. We got people going so fast, it makes my head spin sometimes. We've never been in a better situation with the way we have moved to an online marketing powerhouse. Oh, we'll go back to those live meetings periodically, and it'll just make it even better. We'll have the right balance between high tech and high touch. That'll make it even better. The possibilities right now are tremendous. But it's up to you to do the basics. It's not too late. Yeah, you can do it. Well, my friends, that completes my training for today. I did notice a question here before. Let me get back to it now. And I mean to hold them off, but I wanted to get through the training. Let me get it up here. Yes, okay, Pratt. Good for you. Claudette, how can I run the business and sustain lifetime earnings? Now, do you mean attain lifetime earnings? I assume that's what you meant, Claudette. How do you run the business and attain lifetime earnings? Well, the basic plan there, I mentioned earlier, is to get 3. You get those three, and then we work what we call depth. Now, it may not work out with the first three. You might have to get another three. But once you have three people on your team that are growing into that second category of substantial income, at that point, your income grows dramatically. Yes. If they become a level we call platinum, you have earnings that are way above people making money with top management jobs, way above it. As you continue to build it and strengthen it, they become independent of you, and they keep building. And we got many people like that. And you keep earning the money whether you're working or not. I give you some examples in my own case. I traveled the world quite a bit, not recently, as you know, but there's times like I go to Thailand. After Thailand, I'll go to Vietnam. Now what happens to my business in Thailand? Keeps growing. Because I got leaders there. Many of them right here. I see Pontep up here before and others from Thailand. They're growing. They don't need me anymore. They learned. They know what to do. They just keep doing it. And I keep making more money. After Vietnam, I go to Philippines. What happens in Vietnam when I leave? We got people on here. We got Tuan on here and Helen and Huang, from Vietnam. They keep growing. They know the business. They've learned it. They're leaders. They keep going. And so the money keeps coming in. Now I'm doing it on a worldwide basis, but the same thing is true in your market, the Philippines. Yeah, same thing, Claudia. You get three good legs going, and you start to develop a lifetime income. That's right. Now, you work on a job, that income's going to disappear someday. Maybe sooner than you think, unfortunately, with everything going on in the world. Or it'll just evolve into a small, barely subsistence level of retirement rather than a lifetime of enjoyment and travel and continuing that at your retirement or days you're not working as hard. Some of the very, very big advantages of our business. Yes, build a lifetime income. Okay, Lily, you are welcome. And Josephine from Hong Kong, Lily from Romania, and Rama from India. You're welcome too. Noted the point. Start with a dream. Yes, renew your dream. Set the goal. Get the first three. Momentum. And use affirmations to help you do it. Reti from India. You're welcome. Christina. Okay, I'm glad it was. Hello, Cha. Some of these people going so fast makes my head spin. Really? What happened there, Cha? Okay, you're welcome, Cha. Hey, Pontep, there she is. I mentioned her before. And Lika, Romania. Pontep speaking tomorrow at a major seminar in Southeast Asia. There's thousands of people there. She'll be the guest speaker. They're at a level I didn't even mention today. It's so high, I didn't even mention it. It would shock many people. Hello, Sabrina. Dr. Tutoy, yes. Hello, Atul. Thank you. Aurelio. Good to see you, Aurelio. Okay, Tom. All right, Claude. I hope I answered your question sufficiently for you. If not, ask for clarification. Okay, I'm going quickly. See if there's any questions. Rockman from Hong Kong. Desi from Italy. Rama, I'm using affirmations. You write them down. You got to write them down to start with. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah, I said, people all over the world are posting their affirmations, and I share them through our communication media and give people ideas of what they can be. Okay, Kashi and Rita. Hi, Nick. How you doing? Nick was one of those crazy guys on a bike in the ocean. Good, yes. Repti's a top leader in India. She's a pretty smart gal, that's for sure. Using the affirmations. You're welcome, Pontiff. Let me tell you my schedule now because we had to make some adjustments from last week. The next program will be the 14th and then the 28th of November. So that's my schedule for the next month, the 14th and the 28th. So mark that down. 10 a.m. my time. I do the business presentation for about 20 minutes. Then we do the questions and answers and training like we've just done. Yep, 14th and 18th, correct. We'll be back here, same time, same station. And you're welcome to invite your guests, people that join with us or looking at joining with us. Let them see what we're doing. The more exposure they get to our business, the better it is. Better for a person that's in the business, better for a person looking at the business. Yeah. The team effort, the amount of people we have all over the world, it's just self-evident what's taking place. I think back years ago when I started the business, was in my neighborhood, some relatives and some friends and schoolmates. And look where it is today. Many, many countries with us from all over the world. Yeah, keep in mind, guys, the next meetings will be back on standard time. We go off daylight savings. Barbara's mentioning that. Okay, Stefania, you do that. Yep. Patricia, the testimony of the one who fired his boss. Actually, it was her boss. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I say it was probably frustration, not getting ahead in life, not getting the things she wanted, just looking at it and saying, here I am devoting all this time, all this effort to somebody else's dream. And she just fired her boss, quit her job, in other words. She can sustain herself financially, which is good. She has a business, making some money, but not the kind of money she wants to make. So we look forward to watching her success. She's with us here today. I don't want to embarrass her by telling you who it is. So remember to set the clocks back, guys. And for the next 2 weeks, the 14th and the 28th, next two programs, I should say, please, you can contact me with any particular topics that you would like to cover. I'll consider them and come up with a topic I think is right for the time and try to satisfy your needs and desires at the same time. Let's see, a couple more comments. Good, Aditi. Restart your affirmations. Terrific. Right what in, Barb? Okay, guys. We're going to sign off if there's no more questions. No, I don't want her to write it in. No, let's keep it anonymous. It was a personal message to me, and I went back to her and asked her if she mind if I shared it without using her name. Okay, guys, signing off. Have a great weekend.